Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're revising Romeo and Juliet with my Romeo revision quiz. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty of things on the channel to help you understand the play and all the characters. Okay, my quick Romeo revision quiz. Question number 1. In the prologue, what are we not told about Romeo? That he loves Rosaline, that he falls in love with Juliet, or that he will kill himself? Number 2, who's the first character to speak to Romeo? Is it Montague, is it Benvolio, or is it Juliet? Question number 3, what strange behaviour is Montague worried about? So that's Romeo's father. Is it that A, he flies into a rage when Montague tries to speak to him? Is it that B, he stays in his room all day with the curtains shut? Or is it C, he sleepwalks in the night? Question number 4, why does Romeo agree to go to the Capulet ball with Benvolio and Mercutio? Is it A, he just can't say no to Mercutio? Is it B, he wants to meet someone new? Or is it C, Rosaline might be there? Question number 5, which item is not mentioned by Romeo when he sees Juliet for the first time? Is it A, a torch, B, gloves, or is it C, jewellery? Question number 6. The morning after the ball, Romeo goes to Friar Lawrence. What does he ask? Is it A, he asks him to marry them that very day? Is it B, he asks him to marry them tomorrow? Or is it C, he asks for advice as falling in love with Juliet is risky business, given that she is from the Capulet family? Question number 7. Romeo kills Tybalt after Tybalt kills Mercutio. What does Romeo blame when he realises what he has done? Is it himself, A, or is it B, bad luck? Question number 8. Romeo is banished to Mantua. What stops him getting a letter telling him that Juliet is sleeping and not actually dead? Is it A, he wasn't in when the letter was delivered? Is it B, something to do with the plague? Or is it C, poor old Friar Lawrence forgot to send the letter? Question number 9. Romeo goes to the churchyard with poison where he finds Paris. What does he call him before killing him? Is it A, good gentle youth? Or is it B, villain? And question 10, Romeo drinks poison at Juliet's side. What is his final line in the play? Thus with a kiss I die. Or is it B, here's to my love? Okay, let's revise with the answers now. In the prologue, what we're not told about Romeo, we're not told about his love for Rosaline. We are told that he will fall in love with Juliet, and we are also told that a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. So we do know that Romeo will eventually kill himself from the prologue. Who's the first character to speak to Romeo? First character to speak to Romeo is Benvolio. Montague, Romeo's father, is worried about him and sends Benvolio, his cousin, to have a conversation to find out what is at the root of all of Romeo's problems. What strange behaviour is Montague worried about? He's worried that Romeo spends all day in his room with the curtain shut. He locks fair daylight out, typical teenager, and goes out at night. He doesn't sleepwalk at night, but he tends to leave the house in the night time. Why does Romeo agree to go to the Capulet ball? Well, Mercutio is quite a strong character in the play. They want him to meet someone new, but the reason Romeo decides to go is C, Rosaline might be there. Of course, when he goes to the ball, that's when he will meet Juliet. Which item's not mentioned by Romeo when he sees Juliet for the first time? That's the first time he's at the ball, and he says, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. So it's not A. He talks about her being like a rich jewel, and B is the answer there. That's not mentioned the first time he meets her. At the balcony, he talks about wishing that he was the hand in her glove. So that comes later. But they're all references to made by Romeo in relation to Juliet. We got number 6 now. The morning after the ball, Romeo goes to Friar Lawrence. What does he ask? He actually asks him to marry them that very day. So he met Juliet yesterday in the evening at the ball. They get married the very next day. He should be asking for advice, and Friar Lawrence should be giving him advice rather than agreeing to marry them so hastily and so quickly. Number 7, Romeo kills Tybalt after Tybalt's killed Mercutio. What does Romeo blame? He says, I am fortune's fool, so it's bad luck that he blames and doesn't really take any responsibility for what he's done. Romeo is banished to Mantua. What stops him getting a letter telling him that Juliet is sleeping and not dead? It's the plague. So Friar Lawrence has asked a friend to take the letter there. The plague is in a town on the way, and he's not been able to travel through there, and that's the reason that the letter doesn't arrive with Romeo. Another twist of fate. Number 9, Romeo goes to the churchyard with poison to end his own life, and there he finds Paris. He actually calls him a good, gentle youth, which is quite interesting because this is a play about young people trying to be adults and getting everything wrong. It's quite interesting that he also calls him a boy, something that Tybalt called Romeo earlier on in the play. So he calls him good, gentle youth. Number 10, he drinks the poison at Juliet's side. His final line in the play is A, thus with a kiss I die. And with kiss and die, in contrast with each other there, it does reflect how there is such a fine line between comedy and tragedy. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to ask for something you'd like to see me cover in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.